one show that will be missed.
You got it. Well, that is our report. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night.
Immediately following this special report, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson and Late Night with David Letterman will be seen in their entirety here on NBC.
The fires, looting, and violence continue to spread tonight as California officials try to bring the situation under control with force and words. Governor Pete Wilson.
There can be no excusing excessive force by a police officer. There can be no excusing arson, theft, or deadly assault by a citizen. We are not going to tolerate either in California.
An NBC News special report. Here is Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. A dusk to dawn citywide curfew is in effect in Los Angeles at this hour, and still the fires burn. Many of them set earlier in the evening, and now they're well outside the predominantly black neighborhoods of South Central Los Angeles. The Los Angeles basin is beginning to look like Kuwait after dark, with fires and looting breaking out as far north as Hollywood and moving west toward Beverly Hills. More than 1,200 fires, many still burning. Most of the fires appear to have been set by roving bands of arsonists and looters, black, Hispanic, and white. They were particularly busy just before the curfew took effect. Firemen can't get to all of the fires, but when they do, they are getting help from community residents and from business owners as well. It's impossible to add up the damage at this point, but plainly, it is running into the hundreds of millions of dollars, and the casualties have been mounting steadily as well. Now, at least 18 people are dead, more than 450 injured, at least 378 have been arrested. NBC's Roger O'Neill is on duty tonight with the latest. Roger, what about the curfew? Is it having any kind of an effect?
Marginally effective, Tom. There is still, though, an awful lot of urban warfare going on in some sections of Los Angeles tonight. This situation is still very much out of control, and the police have not been effective in returning the streets to normal. As bad as it is, though, some citizens are now saying enough is enough.
Hundreds of people helped firefighters battle a blaze in a camera store as the violence spread out of South Central LA. The same scene was repeated after a roving band of looters in expensive BMW cars set fire to another store in a shopping center near Hollywood. Where are the thousands of Los Angeles police, the National Guardsmen, the Highway Patrol? Not at this electronics store where people were streaming in to take whatever they could. Some came out empty-handed because there was nothing left to take. The looters are even stopping to talk to us.
Everything is taxed anyway. Everything is free. Why not take it?
The authorities have simply not been able to keep up. There are too many places in this vast city tonight where there is trouble, where the streets have been taken over by mobs. 2,000 National Guardsmen have been deployed in Los Angeles, but they are not trying to stop the street violence. They are protecting stores which have already been looted. As more guardsmen arrive, officials say their main job will be to provide protection for police officers who will try to disperse the crowds or make arrests. There was some tough talk from California Governor Pete Wilson tonight.
We are not going to suffer violence or lawlessness or anarchy. We will insist upon the rule of law.
But as of an hour ago, Tom, we are told that of the more than 1,200 fires, there has not been a single arrest and of a person charged with arson.
Roger, we do know that National Guardsmen have been deployed. Are they being moved into areas that have not yet been hit to protect them?
No, I think they're still responding to the trouble spots, to the hot spots of the city. There are so many of them that there are not enough police, there's not enough National Guardsmen, there's not enough of anybody in authority to spread out and keep the violence from spreading, which it has been doing tonight.
Thank you very much, Roger O'Neill. Local Los Angeles television stations have been on the air continuously. Reporters are racing from one end of the city to another, and one of them for KNBC is David Garcia, who tonight is in the middle of Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard, where a fire has just been extinguished. David, that's normally a very busy area and familiar to a tourist from across America. What's the situation there at this hour?
On any given night, this is absolutely a carnival of activity. All kinds of people up and down, shops, restaurants, people having a good time on Hollywood Boulevard. Tonight, Hollywood Boulevard is deserted. Two major fires broke out here, one directly in front of us that is right now a burning hulk. The police very, very much in control on Hollywood Boulevard, Tom. The riot police out with their helmets, armed with shotguns and nightsticks. And if any further looting continues here, that will be put an end to immediately. There has been sporadic looting throughout Los Angeles all day, and in some pockets there has been looting big time. What you're looking at right now, what is left of a hulk, a store that was burning furiously. You can see just a little flame in the back. What is left of this building tonight. Tom?
David, the people who hit that store, they were obviously arsonists. What did they do, get away on the Hollywood Boulevard or something?
Yes, it's called a Hollywood shop meet, and it's full of electronics, all kinds of different products. It was burning furiously into the night. They ran in, got what they wanted, torched the place, and stole into the night. And that has been going on throughout the Hollywood area along famed Sunset Boulevard. They work in teams. You'll have 2 or 3 guys coming along by themselves. What they do is kick in the glass and run. The next squad comes in, they go in, bring stuff out. The next squad comes in, tries everything on, sees what they want, and off they go.
And David, you were talking to a lot of business owners in South Central Los Angeles today as well. They were feeling the loss particularly keenly, weren't they?
Indeed, and they're really furious tonight because so many of them said to me that they came into the South Central area, they are a part of the community, they want to be part of the community, they hire people from the community, and yet they are being torched out of business tonight, and they don't understand why. This, they say, is not anger. This is absolute a feeding frenzy of sharks bent on trying to take advantage of a very, very bad situation.
David Garcia of KNBC News, thank you very much. As nightfall came, the violence was felt as well 60 miles to the east in San Bernardino. Police there say that one person was killed in a race-related fight between a security guard and a motorist. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Boulevard, you see the. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Reporting live out here over Pecan.
Sold.
Let's say you bought a painting. Let's say Van Gogh's sunflowers. Let's say you use the Discover card. You'd have a little money coming back, because with the Discover card, every single charge earns an annual cashback bonus.
Nice.
It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets. When a hungry bunch shows up for lunch, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets, filled with delicious pepperoni pizza, chicken and cheddar, or ham and cheese in a crispy pocket.
When it's late at night and you want a tasty bite, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets.
The hot meal in a pocket.
What are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets.
Try Lean Pockets, too.
The curfew in Los Angeles has been in effect for a little more than an hour now, and so it is still too early to tell whether it will be effective in cooling off the situation overnight. The curfew covers the city limits of Los Angeles. That's a good part of the L.A. sprawl, of course, and residents living just outside the city limits and other communities are keeping their heads down as well. NBC's Diana Karicki is keeping track of the curfew for us at this hour. Diana, there are many fewer cars on the streets tonight, but what are you hearing about pedestrian traffic?
Well, we understand there are still some pedestrians in the area, and as a matter of fact, where we are now, there is a small crowd of perhaps about 30 people. Most residents of Los Angeles have cleared the streets within the first hour of darkness, though, Tom. Los Angeles freeways were clogged with commuters trying to make it home before dark. Even by the standards of this city, the gridlock was formidable. Buses stopped running this morning. Rapid Transit has suspended all service until further notice. Businesses began to shut down in the morning. Many more closed as looting intensified.
Keep your kids inside, stay inside, and pray, because this city is in an uproar and more lives are going to be lost.
Flights in and out of Los Angeles International Airport are delayed up to 5 hours. Planes rerouted away from South Central L.A. because authorities fear rioters might fire on the aircraft overhead. Burbank Airport is operating on a 24-hour basis, picking up some traffic from the overwhelmed LAX. Along with supermarkets and shopping malls, many large businesses canceled overnight shifts and may stay shut tomorrow. Major events across the city were canceled. Dodger Stadium is empty tonight. Its matchup between LA and Philadelphia postponed. Most residents are hunkered down in their homes, fearing that tonight will bring an escalation in the violence. Schools in and around Los Angeles are closed at least until Monday, and late today, city officials made the decision to close all courtrooms, fearing they might next become a target. Tom?
Diana, what happens if you're driving down the freeway tonight in violation of the curfew? Are you likely to be pulled over and arrested?
It is quite possible that you will be pulled over unless you can provide some sort of ID, for example, a press ID, which would allow you to be out on the roads.
All right, thank you very much, Diana Karicki in Los Angeles tonight. Other cities around the country are quiet, but there were trouble spots today. In San Francisco, looting, small fires, and dozens of arrests. In Dallas, 2 students injured in an angry neighborhood scuffle. In Madison, Wisconsin, windows smashed in 34 parked police cars. Atlanta is now under curfew. The Georgia National Guard is on standby. Rioting and looting in Atlanta today left at least 26 people injured, more than 300 under arrest.
In the soul of madness, a cop and a killer. Rush hour, split second. Sweet dreams. Rated R begins Friday at a theater near you.
If you're using a credit card to get a cash advance, you're probably getting soaked. Because ordinary cards charge you interest. Right from day one, which is why you should use the Discover card. Just pay your full monthly balance and a small transaction fee, and we'll give you cash, interest-free. So you can avoid taking a bath. It pays to Discover.
A cop is out of control, and a killer's on the loose. Terrifying, devastating. Split second. Sweet dreams. Rated R begins Friday at a theater near you.
We have some late footage from Southern California that demonstrates the terror being felt by too many residents in that area tonight. These are people who are being evacuated from an area threatened by fire. Obviously, in the south central part of Los Angeles. The real tragedy here is, of course, that many of these people are innocent victims of all of this. They're being burned out of their homes, their businesses, their places to shop. The police are going from door to door trying to get people to get out of there so that they are not in any more danger tonight. One footnote to all of this, the final episode of The Cosby Show aired tonight in Los Angeles. For 8 years, the program held up an ideal of a happy, successful black American family. The finale was almost not shown in Los Angeles because of today's violence, but after an appeal from Mayor Bradley, the show went on. And tonight, Bill Cosby had these words for the people of Los Angeles and for the country.
Let us all pray that everyone, from the top of the government down to the people in the streets, they would all have good sense. And let us pray for a better tomorrow, which starts today.
Bill Cosby tonight with a special postscript to his final edition of The Cosby Show for Los Angeles and for the country. That is the latest on the Los Angeles situation for now. The curfew is in effect. We will have continuing coverage on this NBC station. We'll have more tomorrow morning, beginning with NBC News at sunrise, of course, followed by Today. I'll see you tomorrow night on NBC Nightly News. For now, I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, New York.
Beverly D'Angelo, Peter Strauss, Trial, NBC Sunday.
After my dad made it clear that biology was more important than baseball, I made my decision. missed the 8:45 to Springfield that day, and was starting to think running away wasn't such a great idea after all. Then I saw him. Whistle Stop Willie. Rumor had it he was born in a boxcar and spent most of his life crossing the country on trains. So I asked him if he were my age again and could go any place, where he'd most like to go.
To school.
His answer sent me in a different direction, and is one of the main reasons I'm graduating today. Thank you.
Learning. It's the smart thing to do. A message from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.